Welcome to a game called Hidden Tomatoes 2, I believe. The second game in the series. It looks like there's a 3 and there's a previous one. I haven't played any of these. We're just looking for just some random game to play. I've always wanted to play one of these Find It games, so I'm just going to give this one a try, and because it looked kind of fun. So, just see how this goes. There's like some hidden cat games as well that I kind of want to give a try, but do that some other time, and right now I don't have too much time to record, so I'm just gonna play this a little bit, have fun with it, I don't know. All I know is there's tomatoes that are hidden, gotta find them. So... oh, here's one. Right on top of this light. Oh, these are easy, these aren't even hidden. Like, can you change the camera angle? Well, I guess you could just look around and kinda go side to side. Oh, right in your mouth there. Like, are these actually hidden? Some of them seem to be kind of just out in the open, especially from where I'm looking. I imagine the camera's just on a drone, and we're spotting them this way. Just hovering over everything. Are there supposed to be any around here? Looks like we're in a forest. We're not even in the city anymore. I don't know if that's meant to be a border of this place, or if we're still good. There's really none here. Can I interact with anything? Can I open the cooler? Up, right under that chair. Probably shouldn't go super fast. Try to look more carefully. Tomatoes in the cornfield? Yeah, this is corn. Well, I mean, if there's actually a tomato field, we'll actually get some tomatoes in there. I'm surprised there isn't. There are some pumpkins, there are some carrots. What are you, like, lettuce, perhaps? Or cauliflower? I don't entirely know. Maybe these are like beets? Radishes, perhaps? I assume these are still carrots. Carrots here, carrots here. Entire thing of pumpkins. Though this one's awfully close to the watering thing. The sprinkler. All of these are corn. Oh, another one on top. Another one on top. Wasn't expecting to get so many. Oh, there's gonna have to be one. What? There's just like a toilet paper up here. Oh, here on the ground. Is that on the doorknob? And I just realized I could scroll in and out. This might be better, yeah. I could see a lot more now. I honestly don't know if... oh, it's right on the for sale sign, look at that. Honestly don't think I'm gonna get all of them. Okay, this is the edge of the map, I can't go any higher on this. Are you sure there isn't any in this dump truck? Recycling truck? Really? That seems wrong. Oh, I can't go any further in this direction either. So I've reached the absolute corner of the map. Solar panels? You don't have many solar panels. Either these are like super efficient, or you're planning on installing a lot more. Because you would ideally want your entire roof covered in solar panels. Then you just electrify your entire house and you pay almost nothing. Though the cost of installing the solar panels in the first place is quite hefty. But I believe it pays back for itself within, like, a few years. And then you do almost no maintenance, if any maintenance, for a very long time. For many, many years, you just kind of have to ignore them, or you don't even have to do anything. Assuming you're lucky, and they don't break. But I mean, they're made pretty robust, if I remember correctly. I know somebody, like a neighbor or something, that had a whole bunch of solar panels on their entire roof. And then they had a few extra that they would just have on the ground on their driveway. Really cool setup. And then a whole bunch of things in their house were just powered by the solar panels alone. And their electricity bill was like much, much less. I don't want to take them out of the garbage truck though. What am I doing with these tomatoes in the first place? Okay, some more vegetables. I think you have too much crowding in this. You might want to separate out your vegetables. The music is quite intense for what this is. Yeah, either the solar panel technology in this world is like far more advanced than our actual world, and you only need a few solar panels to power a lot of things, or they're just not powering a whole bunch of stuff. It is weird to see this antenna here and the solar panels. I don't even know if any houses have these kinds of things anymore, because that's how you would get TV signals. And I don't even know if you can get TV signals anymore through those antennas, those really old antennas. Same with like satellite dishes. I don't know how much satellite TV exists anymore. Maybe it's like satellite internet they're getting, but this looks like a pretty well-built neighborhood. So I would expect, and it's in the United States, I would expect there to just be proper internet and not have satellite internet. Though I know satellite TV is still technically a thing. What did I click on? I just happened to click on one that I didn't even notice. Here's some. I remember a long time ago where, like, satellite TV is the newest thing and you got all these crazy channels and stuff only from satellite. And you know, you install the satellite and a whole bunch of people were like, oh, you get like a satellite off of the internet or whatever, and you buy it really cheap, or you get it at a garage sale or whatever, and you install it yourself, and then you could just have satellite TV without having to pay for the actual cost of getting the TV. You just steal it. Because the satellites are just blasting down all this stuff, and you just buy somebody else's satellite, and you just get the stuff. But I think they changed that, and they made it in such a way that it had to be, like, decoded. Maybe by, like, a cable box or something. They send the encoded signal. But I mean, I think that's how all cable is now. It's all like encoded in such a way that, like before, you'd only need to buy one cable box and you could connect like all the TVs to it and you could just get a whole bunch of TVs to work. And now it's like, if you connect all the TVs to one, they all show the exact same channel. And you can't have each of them showing different channels. So you need like a separate box per TV. Which I think kind of sucks. Like, I don't know if it's more hassle on the cable companies or more, you know, it costs them more to be able to provide a house with like 5 TVs. That service, instead of it just being one TV, or this is just a way for them to make as much money as physically possible. There's nothing in this forest, right? Like, I don't think I've seen anything. That one just floating there? We got more than halfway. Oh, they're in this bus. I don't know if I've actually checked inside the vehicles. Probably should. Hold on, is there anything? smudge on my screen or something. Anything in there? Oh yes, there is one in here. Gotta be more careful. Fire truck. Or I don't see any more. At the bottom, no. Here, or another like forested area, but I don't see anything. Though I am worried that it's like going to be hidden kind of like right behind one of these trees. Like you have to get it just at the right angle and then you'll be able to see it. Hopefully it's not like that, but I don't know. Still have many, many of them. Oh, there's another bus. There's one here and here. And we see clearly into this bus in case there's any in there. Don't think there's any more. And this has gotten more difficult, I think. Or I'm just not seeing them anymore. And I'm just gliding right by them. I hope that's not the case. Oh, there are some on top of this tree. I also wonder if they're just being unlocked. The more I find, the more just spawn. Like they weren't there before, but now that you've found more, these new ones have spawned. Hopefully that is also not the case, because that would just be evil. That one in the church? Yes, there is. Actually, I don't know if this building's a church or not. Usually churches have this kind of window. Now I have to be careful as I look through the window at different angles. Anything? There's one on this. No more on that side. Any on this side? Nope. And what would really suck is if I could actually change the viewing angle of this game. And I just didn't know. Well, as far as I can tell, we can't change the viewing angle, we can only zoom in and out. So I'm just gonna work with that assumption that we can't change anything and we're stuck this way. Amato Street. Already been here. And there was some in this vehicle. There might have been one in this vehicle as well. Thing in the front of that. Oh. What? Soccer ball found. Does that count as something? What? Am I just supposed to click on things? Now Frisbee found? Found your Frisbee, it's on the roof. There's one on the street. Didn't even notice that one. I mean, there could be some that are just very, very obvious. I'm just not gonna notice them. Are there any in this school bus? Don't think so. Oh, there's one. That's a hard one to spot. There's one right back here. So maybe they're just more tricky to spot now. Here's another sport ball. There we go. Even found American ball. I didn't even know those were options. If I find any more sport ball, I better click on them. Like one for basket. And... oh, I could see into this house. Other houses you can't really see into. Probably shouldn't be looking into other people's houses like this, but... I'm looking for tomatoes, I have to. I don't know where these tomatoes came from. Can't click on the cans at the side of the street. I don't know who put them in all these places. But I guess it's my job to find them all. You would never have a payphone just randomly, like along the sidewalk, between random houses and stuff. That's not a thing, I don't think. I've never seen anything like that. To be fair, I don't know how many payphones exist anymore. But still, you wouldn't have one like that. You'd have them in like malls and in like transit places and, you know, public areas. Not a random neighborhood. Not a random neighborhood accessible by sidewalk. Though this is another thing. There's a lot of places in America that don't have sidewalks. Just plain and simple. They don't have crosswalks like this. They don't have... they're not foot-friendly. They're not walk-friendly or bike-friendly at all. They're like the complete opposite of that. Like, there are entire neighborhoods like this where you wouldn't be able to walk around. You'd have to take your vehicle to leave, you have to take your vehicle to get back. There's no place for people to walk, for kids to play, any of that. It just all doesn't exist. There's another one by the sewers. Anything in this bus? I don't think there's anything. And I only mention the United States because there's American flags in this game, so this is clearly in the United States. This neighborhood has a lot of stuff. Yeah, but so many places in the United States just not pedestrian friendly, not bike friendly, not child friendly. Very car-centric. Very dystopian. Very, very extremely dystopian like that. There are places where, like, the shop is just a few blocks down and you can't walk there. You either take a car or you get hit by a car. I could have sworn I just saw something. It might have been a glitch. I don't know. Up in this tree, no. Like, where did the kids play? They play inside, and that's the only place for them. Like, why aren't kids going out anymore? I don't know. There's no sidewalks. There's no parks. There's nowhere to go. You've got the backyard to, I don't know, walk around a few times and then go back inside and play your video games. Of course, I don't care for the outdoors. I just play my video games and stay inside, where it's nice and warm and cozy and all the things that I need are in here. I don't even have to leave my room. Just bring as much food in here as possible and I could just stay and never have to leave. That would be ideal. If only I had like a bathroom connect to this room, which I do not, then I would never leave. I'd never have to go anywhere. Which I guess to some people might sound very dystopian, but I mean, where is there to go? There exists nowhere to go. But in my neighborhood, there's like plenty of sidewalks. I don't even live in America, first of all. Let's just make that clear. There's plenty of sidewalks. There's a park just within the neighborhood. There's a park just outside the neighborhood in a nearby neighborhood. There's a park in another neighborhood. Like, every single neighborhood has like a little park. Or a somewhat big park. Some of them have entire, like, soccer fields, baseball diamonds. Like, within walking distance of where I am, there's a baseball diamond. There is a, what's it called? A soccer field? Is that what it's called? Like, just within different parks that you could walk to. It's like 15 minutes at most. There's like a little water park. There's a bigger water park with like those metal towers that spray out water if you press the button. Only active during the summer though, obviously, not during the winter. There's... what else is there within walking distance? There's a whole bunch of trails that just go into like forested areas. Somewhat forested. I would call them forested areas, but they're not like properly forested areas. But you can see deer in those areas since they're connected to other paths that are connected to other paths that just go for miles and miles. And eventually get to more heavily forested areas. So you can see things like that, like coyotes and stuff. But I also live in a very big city. So there are places of this city that that have more walking paths that are forested and lots of trees and wildlife, and there's other places that are very city and very dense with buildings and sidewalks and stuff. But I think everywhere within this city has accessible foot traffic places, and they're trying to make it accessible by bike as well. But then there's some individuals within government that hate bikes, so those individuals be trying to get rid of the bikes, which is evil. Just pure evil. And it's like, the sidewalk is clearly for cars. Bikes aren't supposed to go there. People aren't supposed to go there. Every bit of land is made for cars. Cars everywhere. We should cover every square foot of the land with cars. How dare people have a place to walk or ride their bike? I haven't found a single tomato in the longest time. Now, either I'm blind, which is very likely, as I am wearing glasses, and without them I would be completely blind. Like, without my glasses right now, I wouldn't be able to see the screen in front of me. The screen's just a bit too far away from me. If I didn't have these on, I just wouldn't be able to see. That's just how blind I am. But without glasses. But these tomatoes are super, super well hidden. I almost thought this yellow might have been something to do with tomatoes, but no. There aren't even that many left to find, too. But I'm gonna keep playing this for another, like, 5 minutes and see how many I can get. And then we'll call it an episode, because I'm starting to run out of time. A flotation device. Should you even leave this outside? This looks like a shop. This doesn't look like a house. With this sign up here? I can't even see what the sign says, but this looks like a shop. Like the truck in the back to resupply the store. Yeah, maybe they are just selling, but it's fenced off in a weird way. Like it's a house. I don't know. Yeah, and like a parking lot. And a gas station. This is an odd location. Maybe they are just selling this stuff and they just have like one floaty left. And they're like, okay, well, put it out here. I don't see a price, but I guess you, like, pick it up and ask for the price. Oh, there's a sneaky one. I actually managed to find one. I thought I wouldn't find one, and the episode would just end. At least I found one single one. Down this alleyway. I wonder if a person could... Yeah, a person could probably fit between this. To be fair, I prefer if this garage was connected to the house, and then it's just a door into the garage, instead of you having to leave the house to go into the garage. Because it's just better that way if it's connected. Especially if this area gets like winters. You wouldn't want to go outside into the cold, and then open up the garage. You would want it connected to the house. And if you have it connected to the house, you just make sure it's all insulated inside. So it'll at least keep some of the warmth inside that radiates from the house. I still think it's a missed opportunity if there wasn't one at the very top of this. I don't remember if I started the playthrough and then clicked it accidentally without realizing, oh, it's at the very tip. But then again, there might not have actually been one, so it's like, oh, okay. Missed opportunity right there. Yeah, now it's gotten much, much harder. Like, I'm sure the rest of them, all 26 that are left, are just super well hidden. And at the right angle, you'll just barely spot it. Oh, I see one. Right there. 25. Oh, I missed one up here. And here. Okay, there was not these on top of the tree, was there? That's not a thing. There wasn't this one down here. How am I spotting so many all of a sudden? Have I just not been here? All of a sudden it's like, oh, here's a whole bunch. That's not a one. It almost looked like one, but it ain't. All of a sudden, uh-oh, look. You've missed this entire house. And there were so many here. Well, now there's 20 left. Which I think is a good number. Have a few more minutes. Let's see how many we can get in that time. Probably none. Probably a whole 0. I don't remember if I actually spotted any here. But this would be a good spot to hide them. Did I ever look in this bus? Well, I got one. 19 left. I can't believe this car. I could zoom in as well. But I don't know if I need to for some of them. I shouldn't need to. Like, they'd be small, but I would still be able to spot them from the zoomed out. Well, I guess it does make it easier to look inside the vehicle. It's like, oh, is there actually any inside the vehicle? Nope. There's none on top this red roof that just blends in, right? This sign and no. Well, I didn't think I would get this far, but Oh, I can't zoom in over there. It zooms into the middle, so I can't see up here. So I'm stuck at full zoom out to be able to see the upper edge. I'm surprised there's none around this garbage truck or this recycling truck. Nothing here. Solar panels. You simply don't have enough solar panels. I mean, you have some. This is dangerous. How far are you falling when you step out of this door? There's no, like, steps to go down or, like, a platform or something. Or even, like, a ramp. It's just step out and drop an entire foot. Like, don't build houses like that. Same with this house. Why are all the houses... I'm just noticing that now. All the houses are like that. That's absolutely terrible. See, this one has it. This one has a step. You what? This is the opposite of how you're supposed to do it. The upper platform's supposed to be big, and then the other one can be like a little step. So you don't, like, plop or tumble straight down. This is a bad neighborhood. Yes, it has sidewalks, but they made the house doors wrong. So everybody just falls out of their houses. Or trips out of their houses, or missteps out of their houses and ends up flat. Don't build houses stupid. I mean, if there's nothing stopping builders from building houses stupid, then they'll just build houses stupid because it's probably cheaper. It's like, you fix it. If it's a problem for you, if you keep falling out of your house, you fix it. We built it, we set the price to whatever. You have to subscribe to an HOA, which is evil. HOA should be illegal. I'm glad that my area doesn't have one. I don't know if this country even has any. It probably does. I know there's a problem in America, and some Twitch streamers that I watch, they have to deal with that kind of nightmare. And it's like, oh great. And if you go on TikTok, because TikTok's still alive and still exists, because it's come back, some huge madness with TikTok and the whole political stunt around that. But yeah, TikTok exists still for at least Americans. I mean, it still would have existed for pretty much everybody else in the world that it's not banned for. But yeah, you could go on TikTok and see people's HOA nightmares and see why HOA should be illegal. See, this one's built right. Like, 1 out of all the houses in this entire place is built right? Or did the people move into here and then fix it themselves? It's like, I always wondered why people didn't just vote in HOAs to lower the cost of being a part of an HOA so much that the HOA just dissolves. Like, is that a thing you can do? You should be able to do that. Just force an HOA into non-existence. Or just have all your neighbors together rally against the HOA and refuse to comply. I don't think they can do anything. I don't know if they actually have any real power. Maybe they do. Maybe somebody could tell me, oh, actually, there's like bylaws or laws or something in certain places that give HOAs like crazy kind of power and they shouldn't have that. Well, that's a problem with, you know, those areas and the laws that exist, or bylaws, or small laws, or state laws, or whatever. I don't know how those work. You know, area-wide laws that allow for such evil to exist. Like, if it were providing some kind of good service, and weren't so bad, then it's like, okay, maybe, but then there should be like an option to not be a part of it if you don't want to. But I don't know. I mean, at the end of the day, HOAs, I believe their main function was supposed to be like, some developer buys the land for like an entire neighborhood. They develop the entire neighborhood, and they want to be able to sell all the houses and all the properties on that neighborhood for maximum price. So you create something called an HOA to keep everything looking like it's as pristine as possible and force every single person who buys a house in that area to be a part of that, to be in control of them and how they keep their houses and lawns and all of that stuff, so that you could sell all of the units in that area and then like wash your hands of that. And if the HOA continues to exist, then it continues to exist, and you can control the people as much as you want and keep the area looking a certain way. But then you convince the people that it's their best interest. Oh, I found one. To keep it like that, to keep property values high, or as high as possible. So it's one of those kinds of strategies that exists for the sole purpose of money. Whether it actually benefits the people in the area or not, it benefits the people who want to make maximum profit from that area. And it may not necessarily benefit individual homeowners in the area. So I guess that sucks. Anyway, that was my TED Talk on HOAs, even though I know very little about HOAs, so there you go. And with 15 left, I think we're going to end the episode here. I don't know if I'll come back to this and do more, but I do want to do some of the other Find It style games that are similar to this one. And by similar, I mean like, oh, here's this nice picture, find all the little cats, and you click on the cats and they get colored in. I'm pretty sure there's like phone game ads that I keep getting for those. But I'm not going to play a phone game version, I'm going to play the phone game port to Steam version of those games or whatever. Because I assume that's just what the Steam things are. But that might be like in a week, in 2 weeks or something like that, whenever I'm in a situation where I don't have too much time to record. Or I'm just not feeling like playing anything else. I'll just play something like that. But yeah, I'll leave this episode here. Leave a like, leave a subscribe, leave a comment if you'd like, especially if I've missed something, or if you have any comments on all the random other stuff that I talked about during this entire episode. I don't know, HOAs, sidewalks, bikes. Yeah. I'll see everybody in the next episode of something.